Afternoon guys, it is Tuesday and it is 3:38 in the afternoon. It's one of the days where we were running slightly late today. It was 12:30 by the time we got in because we had the BT guy there fixing the BT internet because it went down. I've just been reliably informed that the BT guy came because we were changing over to fibre because our internet was shit. So
yeah, because the old lines are being discontinued, so we're being moved by BT. So they had to bring the fibre line in. This morning was the only morning they could do, but it was between 8 and 1, so they kept us back.
So one of the things that happened today was we got an order over the weekend. It was a Saturday delivery, which never really happens. So we've got some stuff in stock that came in that's obviously all CCM stuff that's due to go out, but we have been chock-a-block manic as usual today. I haven't really stopped today when it comes to the sharpenings. I managed to get them all clear. We've had that many people in for skates and sharpenings and repairs and stuff like that the last couple of weeks. I'm trying my hardest to try and get up to date with everything. I'm in the process of doing a pair of gloves at the moment. I'm pretty sure I showed you in the last video, but I will show you again. So far on this glove, obviously you can see this whole section here has been removed. The reason being is there was a hole in it. The underneath section had a hole in it as well, but like I said to you before in the previous video, these kind of like faux leather patches are really good to kind of put in place there. So that's going in place there at the moment, as we can see, and I'm just about to make a template out of leather for what leather I have and try and see if I can get it patched and get it together. So I have a template cut out of the glove, which is here. That's the template of the shape of the leather. I'm going to make that out of new leather and I'm going to sew that in by hand. The customer has obviously requested that they can get them back for tomorrow, so I'm going to try my best and see if I can get them done for them. A lot of stuff that we've got to get done. I've still got a lot of shots and videos to edit. We put a wedding vlog out today, which was pre-recorded, obviously. What I mean by pre-recorded is it was pre-loaded onto the social media. We have been getting a bit of hassle, or not necessarily hassle, customers complaining that we're very active in social media, but yet at the same point we're not really fulfilling our orders, or we're not getting in touch with them. We are fulfilling orders, we are getting in touch with people. We are taking numbers for a lot of customers, and the numbers seem to be either wrong due to the customers giving us the wrong number, or the email address has been wrong, or the website's been down, or whatever else. There's all these different things that's been happening in the last couple of weeks. We have been extremely busy, obviously, with the wedding, and obviously, unfortunately, having to get wee Rosie put down on Sunday as well. We got messages on Sunday about how we were very active in social media, and we weren't getting back to this specific customer because the specific customer had tried to phone on Friday, but we were so busy in store we can't get to the phone. It's one of these things where we have spoke about bringing someone else just to answer the phone for us, but the problem is if we bring someone else in to answer the phone for the orders and stuff like that, they're still going to be asking us hundreds of questions. We tried it before when we had other people in the store. Unless they know the order book and unless they know the process, which means we then have to spend time training someone, can't actually do that through the season. It's just because it is so busy and we don't have the time to do it. So customers, we are trying our hardest to try and get people message back and let people know that their orders are here. We are texting every day the customers through our shop phone, stuff like that, to let them know that their orders are here and whatever else. But with regards to how active we are in social media, there's probably about, what I tend to do is I'll preload everything. So all of our posts on social media, whether it's videos, posts about opening times, post about special offers, anything like that, is all pre-done and pre-done weeks in advance. You usually find that they'll get to a stage where they'll run out, and then that's when I'll have to go into editing mode and I'll have to edit a load of stuff, and I'll have to try and pre-post some more stuff up for the next, say for example, week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever. That's something that we're obviously doing at the moment, is trying our hardest to try and get our social media platform out there again, to try and get people to realise what we actually do. We do repairs, we do sharpenings, we do equipment sizings, we do all these different things to do with hockey. but how are you going to get the advertising out there if you're not going to do these things and post them out weeks in advance? Yes, like I said, we can schedule a lot of posts, which that's what we tend to do, but I'm not going to apologise for scheduling posts, and I'm not going to apologise for scheduling videos and stuff like that, because it's now part of our business. Every single business has to have a social media platform presence of some description, and that's how you find that a lot of these companies out there, even ourselves, are finding it. Our business has went up since we started doing these, so that's something that's not going to stop for us. And if people are unhappy about that, tough, I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. So, what are you up to?
Messaging this customer about a kit.
Cool.
It's there. We're just waiting on the stick. And then this guy's is everything except the skates. I'm waiting on the skates coming in. That's Peter Finney's, that's Ryan Campbell's, that's some of Rab's, but for whatever reason his shins aren't there, so I need to check, see what happened. I did order these shins, I don't know what happened to them. So I'm now chasing shins for Rab. That is the customer that cancelled. So we'll just absorb that into stock because it's entry level protective. So by the time that they wanted their refund, that was already on its way. It had already been partially delivered. So
was that the one that they wanted the stuff here on the day that the wedding was? Or?
Yeah, I said I was going to try my best to push through an order so they could collect it before the wedding, but with everything that happened that week, with the cars and everything else, it just didn't happen. And then by the time we got to the Tuesday, I didn't want to take the risk in processing an order on the Tuesday in case it didn't come on the Wednesday. What if it came in the Thursday and we're not here? It lay in the garden Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday till we're home. That can't happen. It would have disappeared. So I didn't want to take the risk of anything arriving when we weren't here, so anything after that kind of Monday was my cut off, and I never got an order squeezed through for CCM. So that's where that got caught up in, which I processed as soon as we got back, which was on the Tuesday, but our supplier was busy and it didn't leave until the Friday, and we got it on Saturday, unusually, but they come in on Friday to cancel it, so it was already, I couldn't reverse it. So we're going to have to absorb it onto the racks, which is okay because we do need some stock for the protective. But the first thing I wanted to do was restock the skates, not the protective, but hey ho, it is what it is. We'll just absorb it.
It happens quite often, more than people realise, with regards to your orders and stuff like that. If, say for example, some people come in and say we need this by this time, this date, and it has to be yesterday. If it's not in stock in the UK, then we get it. We try and let the customers know as much as possible that what's in stock, what's not in stock. Obviously it takes time out of our day to try and phone suppliers, contact suppliers and ask them what's in, what's not in. But then when we do that, and we tell the customer, look, it could be here tomorrow, it could be here on Friday, it just depends how busy the supplier is, if they can get the stuff out in time. If they manage to get it out in time, then happy days, everybody's happy, there's no problems. But if there is any delay with the supplier, again, it is a knock-on effect to us. We have then had to buy that equipment, and obviously we use the money for that order. What are you saying?
What's the phone's done a restart? Phone down.
So is the phone down again?
No, it's restarted.
Right, okay. I was in the middle of talking there and I tried to say that 3 times and Pamela kept talking to me, like saying things about the restarts. I thought she was talking to me, but she was actually talking to herself, which is, she's mental. So anyway, as I was saying, if you come in and you order something, you come in and you pay for it. We use that money to then obviously buy that order, and then we obviously take our profit from it. Now what happens is if a customer comes in and then buys something, and then a couple of days later, because of not being able to get something due to a courier or whatever, they then say that they want a refund. We then have to absorb that cost. So we are now left with a kit because a customer, in my opinion, was told who we had a wedding. I was told we would try and do our very, very best to get this to get the stuff there in time. Unfortunately, things happened, life happens. Like I said, in the last couple of weeks we've had me training for another job, Pamela working another job. We are trying to juggle many plates at the moment and it's been manic busy. Yep, and all the plates keep seeming to be falling at the moment and smashing, and that's not usually what we're used to. It's everything in it, and we're trying everything in our power to try and get everything correct and on the ball again, but everything just seems to be working against us. So just bear with us. Anyway, I'm finished ranting. Hopefully Pamela's ordered food so I can actually.
I have ordered.
What did we order today?
Golden arches.
All right, okay. So another McDonald's. Woohoo! you want to sponsor us, McDonald's, because we eat enough of your stuff as it is? Evening all, it is 6:25, I'm still here, and that's me just literally finished the new glove repair. So underneath here, I never recorded this part, there is a patch underneath here which was on the hole, the main part of the glove here. The over part of the palm here has been replaced, as you can see. It's a bit rough, but it was a difficult repair to do. It took quite a lot of time. The reason why it took quite a lot of time is because the leather is a kind of strange material. I don't necessarily even think it is leather, it looks like it's just a kind of, I don't know, man-made stuff. Looks kind of like woven material for the palm. It feels a bit different for the usual stuff that the good gloves I've got on them, like proper pro palms. I know they're trying to kind of make things lightweight and what have you, but these don't feel the greatest of palms. The kind of closest to an actual proper piece of leather is this stuff here. So obviously, like I say, that's it done now. It's all repaired, ready for collection for tomorrow for the customer, which is quite good. So I'm going to try and get on and get some other stuff done. It's 6:25, I've got the hiccups as you can probably tell, yay! So I've still got a load of stuff to do on the computer. I've still got some stuff I've got to try and finish off repair wise as well. Let's try to get the time to do that at the moment. We have been astronomically busy when it comes to sharpenings and repairs and other things, so everything has been kind of mounting up just a little bit. Order wise, we made another order today for some Warrior equipment and stuff like that. CCM's already been in, so we've replenished the laces, which is good to see. We've got tape coming in on probably Thursday, I think, from Warrior as well, which will be good. Obviously we can get the tape all redone again. That stuff doesn't stay in for long, unfortunately, but it's one of the things where you can't exactly just make an order for a box of tape. The reason being is if you make an order just for a box of tape, half your profit margin is gone in packaging, so you obviously have to wait until you've got some stuff there that's available to get ordered. And yeah, so we could have probably got some tape from CCM as well. They do tape as well. The thing is a lot of you guys don't realise this, but the Renfrew tape and the Warrior tape are made in the same factory. Like a lot of the different things, a lot of the visor manufacturers are made in the same factory. The visors, I mean, for the helmets, and obviously a lot of the sticks are made in the same factories over in Mexico, China, wherever else that they make them. Right, so I'm going to get on with it now. Enough talking rubbish. I'm going to get some work done, and I'll speak to you soon. Evening, it is Wednesday night, it is 6:45 PM and we are in the middle of a busy period. I am trying to get through some jobs just now. I've got a wee repair on a pair of Nexus that has to get fixed. There's a part that's kind of poking out just about here. I've got a trigger that's broken in these. Unfortunately we don't have a rattle in it at the moment, but there was a rattle in it last night, so hopefully we've still got a grub screw. If not, I've got a couple spare. I've still got, the gloves are finished, these ones are still to get done, and the tendon guards are on the way for these. So let's get set up and let's go. I'm gonna dance by myself like nobody's watching. Don't really care if my rhythm's off, cause I'm gonna dance like nobody's watching me. I'm gonna dance by myself like nobody's watching. Don't really care if my rhythm's off, cause I'm gonna dance like nobody's watching me. I'm gonna dance, 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 dance. I'm gonna dance, 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 dance. I'm gonna dance, dance, dance like nobody's watching me. I'm gonna dance. I'm gonna dance. Well, as we can see, 7 minutes past 9, I'm still here. That's me just literally finished, got all the customers out the store. I've had quite a lot of sharpenings again tonight, a lot of repairs to get done. So I've really need to get my finger out and start doing some glove repairs. Obviously these ones, this is where I'm saying get my finger out. As you can see, there is no fingers in the gloves. I'm going to have to try and repair that, possibly put a new patch on them. And this one, this other glove, believe it or not, is exactly the same. There's like next to no fingers. I don't understand why they use this material, because that material is crap in comparison to the Pro Palm stuff that's kind of like, there we go, there. So anyway, that's on the cars to get done. Obviously still got these to get done. I'm still waiting on the tendon guards coming for them. I had Big Daniel, who is a pilot who travels all over the world, brought me his steels and skates to fix. I've got this little tiny bit here to repair. I'm going to need to get that done before I go home tonight, and I've got another pair of skates sitting at the door ready to go as well. But other than that, that's me for tonight. There's nothing really else that I can talk to you about, nothing really to show you. Going to get myself organised, get down the road, and then I'll be back in on Friday, so I'll see you then. Afternoon, it is Friday the 22nd and it is 2:30. I've never been off the machine the whole day. It's been a really busy day. Something that got delivered today, unbeknown to me, was a pair of these Graf Ultra Cs. This is now the new version of Graf's top end skate, which is very stiff. They have went down the composite route, the same as some of the other brands. The skate is absolutely stoting hard. It's probably would rival some of the stiffest skates out on the market at the moment. As we can see, it's coming with the old toque on it, the Lightspeed Edge, but it's also got its own style of steels called Pre-Sharp. I don't know much about them, but it's a black DLC kind of steel, which is quite nice. Obviously, as we can see, we've got the RMS bolts in at the back instead of having the proper rivets. This is unusual for Graf, because usually when you've seen Graf before, it's been a Cobra holder or it's been a Venom holder on some of the skates. That's more or less the new style holder now, is a Venom holder. So obviously what we've did with these ones, or not what we've did, what they have done, is they've decided to go down the route of actually doing the old school rivets, which actually come in most of the Bauer skates, CCM skates. Other brands are obviously available, but we're talking about Graf right now. The tongue in these is actually detachable. It's kind of like the same kind of idea as the Trues. It's got a big Velcro flap here which holds this tongue in place, which means that you can obviously replace the tongue at any given time. The insoles in them that come, as you can see inside, it's a fully composite bottom footsole, which is unusual as well. Standard insole looks okay, but one of the things that actually comes with these skates, believe it or not, is their upgraded insoles, the performance footbed. If you give me a wee second, I'll get this out. So if we have a wee look, it's very similar to what we would class as the performance footbeds that you would get from the likes of CCM or Superfeet. So you've got a footbed here that will rival the CCM Orthomove, and you've also got a footbed that will rival the Superfeet. It's not as stiff, but it has obviously got a little bit more arch protection in it. It's slightly higher, as we can see. It's slightly thicker as well. It's obviously reinforced in the high wear areas, which is obviously the ball of the foot and the heel, which is actually really quite good. So most manufacturers will not send a second set of insoles with their skates. They'll usually send one set of insoles with them, and the reason for that is they're looking for obviously the aftermarket upsales. But one of the other things that I thought was quite cool with these skates as well is this here. That's a steel holder. Not any of the current retailers out there are selling a steel holder with them, so if you get a second set of steels, now you've got somewhere to put them. So obviously it's got two pockets in it, a pocket in here for one big area that you can put your steels into, put them in like that, and then obviously fold them over, and then you've got somewhere to carry your spare steels. I personally think that's a cracking idea. Who in the big brands, likes of Bauer and CCM, are doing stuff like this? Not very many. CCM, yes, they do the ortho moves. Some of the times you get like an extra set of insoles, but for me, this is unreal. This is a really good setup, and for the price of the skate that we're obviously selling it at, you're way ahead of the game here. You're getting a very stiff composite skate, which is going to be good. You're getting something that you can change the tongue out of if you're not happy with the tongue. Most of the manufacturers have got like a detachable tongue that you can take them out and you can change it over. You've also got, like I say, your steel holder, and you've got 2 sets of insoles with the skate, which I personally think is cracking. It's a fully thermoformable skate as well, which is obviously really good. You've got a flex, they say it's a flex fit interior, and it's an integrated arch support that's inside of them. It looks like easy entry as well, as they would call it. I haven't actually tried these, they're not actually my skate, they're a customer of mine's. But the reason why I'm saying I actually like them, they do remind me of the old Bauer Vapor skates. You're probably talking round about the APX2s or 1XLEs. The tongue is very thin. I say it's quite thin, but it's actually very supportive, and this obviously the spine down the middle of it is actually quite good as well. Again, I think Graf have knocked it out of the park with these ones. So it has been a day for sharpening so far. I've got a couple of steels and sharpenings that I've got to do just now. We've obviously got a pair of Cat 9X4 goalie skates that have to be done. The spare steels have to be done for them. There's a pair sitting here, a pair sitting here, a pair sitting here. Now we've already done about 15 sharpenings today so far. I'm still waiting on some of the parts coming in to do the repair on these, and I really need to get on to doing these because the boy's been messaging me constantly asking me for them. Not that he's impatient in any way, shape or form. He has only just gave me them, but he's wanting them done as soon as possible because they're his favourite gloves. So something else that actually happened as well, I'm going to get to in a wee minute. So what I was actually alluding to was, unfortunately we had to get Rosie put down, and you've probably been able to see and sense in the vlogs the last couple of weeks that we've been kind of not our usual self. We've been quite down, quite obviously not happy, because obviously we knew it was getting to the time when Rosie wasn't going to be with us anymore. But I came home from my other job yesterday, and I went for a sleep when I came in because it was like I was up at 4 o'clock for a 5 o'clock start, and I thought I was going to hockey training last night, but Pamela had other ideas. So Pamela, would you like to tell everyone what you did?
Well, Stephen's been absolutely heartbroken, and we've all been heartbroken, but you particularly more than anybody else. Hector's lost and depressed as anything. I didn't swear. I've been thinking about it for a few days. I know it's very soon, but I thought that since it's coming up the festive period, that you could be doing with a wee bit of a surprise.
So do you want to show them?
So it's not a Liester's top. It is
Wee baby
Lily. Hi baby. Are you saying hello to your fans? So tell your fans, how's your first day in the shop been? You've been sleeping most of it, haven't you? Where's your wiggles? She says, Daddy. Oh, I'm not very good at this filming stuff. Oh, big yawns. So how did you feel?
Completely and utterly shocked. I think it was what we needed. The house was way too quiet, if I'm honest. Rosie was a massive part of the shop and a massive part of our life. Absolutely. And obviously she's never going to be replaced, but there's something else that you might want to tell them that you've done as well.
We might be going back down tonight to pick up our sister.
Yes.
Twins!
So not only have we got twins from obviously myself and Pamela, we're now going to have twin puppies. So Lily is a Springer cross poodle. So she's a Springer Spaniel cross poodle. So we're going to get her sister. So apparently the kids have already decided that their name's going to be Peach or Peaches. So we're going to go down to get Peaches tonight, which is all the way down to Lockerbie and then all the way back up to Paisley. So we're going to try and get that done after the store tonight. So hopefully you'll find that we're kind of a wee bit more chirpy, back to our normal selves again. But obviously, back to what I was originally talking about before I was so rudely interrupted by the customers. Not that we don't like customers, we love customers, but it's very difficult to try and record stuff and then deal with everybody's stuff as well at the same time. Pamela, can you come and hold this a wee second?
Yes.
What is your... what do you think about these?
I think they're absolutely cracking.
How much did we sell them for?
Oh god, 6
because we've seen them on.
Hold on, like, can I grab my price?
It's always good that Pamela doesn't know the prices and she's the person that's in charge of the prices.
Do you know how many prices I make up?
Yeah, all of them, off the top of your head, I would imagine. But we've seen,
585.
so we sell them for 585, right? So there's other websites out there now that have got them up for £780. To give you a rough indication of this skate, I personally think it's one of the best skates that I've seen in a long time from Graf. Now, bearing in mind that I have had Ultra G7s, Ultra F60s, like most of them were custom made. They're very, very stiff, these skates, the Ultra Cs. I like the fact that you can replace the tongue in them. I like the fact that they've got the old school eyelets in them. I like the fact that it's Velcro, that you can remove the tongue, which means that you can obviously replace it with different tongues if you have different tongues available. I like the fact that they've got the toque on them, even though I'm not a big fan of the toque.
It's better than the Cobra was.
It's more accessible than what the Cobra was. If the Cobra steels broke, you were having to try and then locate steels, and then 90% of the time, most of the people that skated in Graf skates in the surrounding area where I am at the moment in Scotland, we were having to change the holders. We were having to put like CCM holders on them or toques on them so that they'd be able to continue skating in their skate. But excuse me, personally speaking, I think it'll be one of these. I need to get my hands on a pair of these. I really, really, really want to try them. The reason being is I've had an absolute nightmare with skates, and it's maybe time that I had a little try of something slightly different. But for me, I like the fact that it's a black skate with it's got a comfort edge on them. It's black skates with red accents, which is quite good. Carbon fibre.
You can see the carbon fibre in the quarter package right the way through into the
carbon
footbed
fibre
as well.
outsole, carbon fibre insole, so they've definitely put a bit of R&D into these. I personally think, before Pamela decides to cut me off again, they're a very, very well made skate in comparison to some of the other Grafs that we've had. Not saying that every pair of Grafs aren't well made, but these are just more with modern times. They had the Ultra G7, which was their first try at the composite skate, and it just wasn't stiff enough in my opinion, but I think the quarter package in these is going to handle themselves quite well. So yeah.
I think it's like a love child for Graf G75 meets
a Vapor
with True thrown in for good measure, because it's got the tongue that comes in and out, which I like.
Now, personally speaking, I think the tongue is going to be a lot better than some of the True tongues. Having the experience with the True tongues that I had previously with the TF9s, I wasn't a big fan of the tongues and had to change them out for a Catalyst 7 tongue. But me personally, the big thing for me is when you buy a pair of skates, most of the other manufacturers are just giving you a pair of skates and that's it. Some of them you don't even get your steels with, but with these ones, you've got a cracking pair of DLC steels. You've got a toque holder which is accessible for changing your steels. There's plenty of aftermarket steels available. The quarter package is solid. The tongue can get changed. It comes with 2 insoles. It comes with obviously your laces, and it also comes with a spare set of steel holders, which in my opinion is cracking for the money. We're probably doing ourselves out of money here when I'm saying that we sell them for, what did you say they were? £585? Because there is other stores out there that are selling them for nearly £780. I've seen them on eBay for £780. The only issue that we have at the moment is they're in short supply from Graf.
Yeah.
They're obviously still in the process of being made, and it's the sample skates that have been sent out, and some of the first orders. So we have obviously been one of the first that's been able to get our hands on these, and probably one of the first that's been able to review them. I may be wrong, because I usually am wrong, but my opinion on these is spend the money on them, they're good. So that's us wrapping up for tonight. It's just turned 5 o'clock. We actually have to leave early tonight. I say we have to leave early tonight. I'm actually being told I have to leave at 5 o'clock or 10 past 5. We've got a wee message to go and pick up Lily's sister. So Lily's obviously looks absolutely shattered with her first full shift. Imagine that, slave labour, eh? She's been like a therapy dog today for quite a few of the customers, so that she's been kind of out. She made her mark on the carpet, she peed and had a couple of accidents, shall we say.
But got her poos out in time, because she's obviously been holding on to them since she left her home yesterday, well, her breeder's home yesterday.
Yeah, so
home.
Yeah, she's now home. So that's the plan. So as you can see, I'm just going to quickly give you a wee walk round. The hockey side is starting to look a lot busier again. There's a lot of stuff that's came in the last couple of days. There is a couple of orders, there's a kit that needs to be picked up, but there is skates that has to go with this one. They're on order and they are on their way. There is obviously a load of kit bags that are there for orders. There is orders here, next kit, and skates as well. The figure skates is starting to get slightly less busy, but there will be a restock on these again.
I'm waiting an order for that, and then we've got our next skates coming in next week.
Yep, so we're now going to, do you want to tell the viewers what we've decided that we're going to stock skate, entry level?
Stock skate is the next skate, which we're going to have I've already kind of showed it before. We've already showed it to customers before. This is what we're going to stock from a junior 1 to a senior 10. Potentially gravitating into the youth sizes as well. We don't sell a massive amount of those, but we sell a lot between the 1 and the 10, which is what we tend to keep in. So that is what we're looking at stocking.
Yep.
Nice comfy skate. I like the fact it's got the pad in here. We've already sold 2 or 3 pairs of them today. So that's what we're going to bring in. So we need to find space for them because well, I don't know where they're going to go, but we'll figure that one out when they come in.
Look at this, we're getting watched. She's obviously just sitting there quite content in a wee pink bed. But anyway, that's the stock situation. There is more stock to come for over here. We're looking at getting some stuff in here. The sticks are going to be replenished very, very soon, hopefully as well. The thing is with the sticks, we can't really think of what sticks to bring in, and the reason for that is there's so many people looking for so many different variations. There is only really 3 different curves that are available, and mostly there's only 3 different flexes that's available now for the seniors. But we don't really know what we should be bringing in and what we shouldn't be bringing in. We don't want to be bringing in sticks that people don't want to use, or we're going to get stuck with. There's nothing worse than having like a stick rack that's full of sticks that are there for like the previous season. So we tend to find that the best thing for us, and just the way that we do it, is we'll order in. I understand some people are going to be looking for sticks in an emergency, but unfortunately we just don't have the room or the money to be able to hold that many sticks. Now, one of the reasons for that decision was when we had the old shop, and before the fire happened, we had 96 top end sticks that were in the rack. I'm ranging from top of the range CCM tack sticks, jet speed sticks, all the way through to all the different types of Bowers and some Warrior sticks in there as well. And when we had the fire, we lost a lot of it. Now, we made that realisation that there was over, if you were to say there was like every stick cost you £150, it was over nearly maybe about £9,000 worth of sticks in stock that were there that we didn't get the money back for when we had the fire. So we don't really want to be oversubscribed with a lot of different brands and models, just in case anything happens. God forbid, we'll just knock on wood. But anyway, this is what the store is looking like at the moment. It is a little cluttered over on the hockey side, and we are looking at getting more net guards in. We are looking at getting tape in. We actually had a tape order, but unfortunately one of the suppliers never had any tape in, so we are sitting with this at the moment. We are waiting on a leg tape order coming, which we are looking at getting in from CCM in the next couple of days. Hopefully it'll be here next Monday or Tuesday. We're going to try and see if we can force an order through, or process an order through for maybe Monday or Tuesday, so when we actually come back in we can have leg tape, because the guy that owns the shop doesn't have any leg tape anymore, and that's obviously a bad state of affairs. Pamela.
Yes.
So anyway, right, we need to get out of here. We've got a wee journey that we have to go on to go and pick up Lily's sister, and we'll get back to you guys tomorrow. So until then, see you tomorrow.